Happy Wednesday. We are back with our sweet friend Lucy Greer and talking about a true Southern recipe today.
Yes, we are making a pimento cheese today, and it's one of those things that everybody does a little bit different, and there's a million ways you can do it and a million ways you can use it. But today we are going to be using this buffalo wing hot sauce cheddar. This we have this cheese. We typically have a cheese of the month in select stores, and this is our cheese of the month for June. So it's a really, this Yancey's Fancy has all different flavors, like a Gouda with bacon and horseradish cheddar and everything. So I was like, oh, let me do a little bit of a spicy version of pimento cheese today.
I'm so excited. Sarah just walked in our studio and asked you, do you make pimento cheese? Because we buy it made a lot, but you can make it at home, and this is an easy way to do it.
You absolutely can, and we actually sell original and jalapeno in our delis, and it is so good. I absolutely love it, and so if you don't feel like making it, you can go to our deli and buy it. But it's super easy to make, and one difference that I like to do when I'm making my pimento cheese is instead of using the jarred pimentos, I like to use roasted red peppers, and you can either buy those in the jar all ready to go. They come kind of like in a tall jar, and then you just chop that up, or it's super easy to roast your own red pepper, and you can do it a couple different ways. You just buy a red bell pepper at the store, and if you have a gas stove top, you just turn on the flames, put it on there, and literally let it get black. You just keep turning it with your tongs, or if you don't have a gas top, then you can turn your oven broiler on and put it in there, and then the same thing, you just keep turning it until it turns black, and then as soon as it's black all over, you pop it in a glass bowl and cover it with plastic, and it's going to steam the skin off.
Yeah.
So at that point, this is what I've done. I was doing this at home and on the stove top, and the kids were like, "Mom, you're burning that! You're burning that!" And but this is what it's going to look like. And once you let it steam up for a little bit, then this black part will peel right off, and the skin, the outer skin will come off, and then you just see that? Yeah. And then you just take the seeds out. Let me show you. You just open it up.
I'm learning so much today, Lucy.
Like you would normally, and you just, take everything out from the middle, take all this black off, and then we're just going to dice it up. This is going to give your pimento cheese such a sweetness and so much flavor over the jarred pimento. So if you don't want to do this, it's totally not a big deal. Just use a jar of roasted red peppers already done for you. So you just do like that, and it's okay if there's a little bit of black, on there.
Yeah.
You just get as much off as you can. Get these seeds out, and I'm just going to cut this up, and it's going to be ready to go in later.
All right, we will show you the second part of this recipe next on Studio 10. We're also going to tell you about job opportunities at Greer's and their new location in downtown that is opening really soon. That's all next on Studio 10. Back with Lucy Greer making this pimento cheese recipe. I was just telling you, I had pimento cheese for the first time like 2 weeks ago. Our sweet coworker Michael Strickler brought it in the office, and it's delicious.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm a big fan of it. My favorite way to eat it is just with crackers, but of course everybody does everything with it, from grilled cheese to burgers and every way under the sun. So it's definitely a crowd pleaser, I would say. So if you're going somewhere, it's really easy to whip up, and it's really cost effective if you want to take something to a party, and it's something good, especially too if you are trying, to err a little bit more on the healthy side. You can eat it with veggies too, instead of crackers. So it's pretty versatile.
Yeah.
So what we already did in the first segment was we got our red bell pepper. I told everybody, how I roasted it, and then we just got that chopped up, or you could use the jar. And now we're going to kind of get started. So I have 8 ounces of softened cream cheese in here, and we talked about I'm just going to start getting that. I'm just going to beat that for just a second until it's fluffy. And our cheese of the month this month in our select specialty cheese shops in our stores is Yancey's Fancy Buffalo Wing Hot Sauce Cheddar.
This looks so
Because I was like, oh, what am I gonna make? And I was like, oh gosh, that's our cheese of the month for June. So all month of June, we have a special price on this. And I was like, wow, that'd be really good in pimento cheese. So that's why I decided to do that.
I think this is a great option, and the month of June is really busy for you guys. Not only are you looking to hire, but you're looking to hire because you've got a brand new store opening in a couple of days.
Yes, we're just so close to opening up our new store on St. Louis Street. It's at the corner of St. Louis and North Jackson, just a couple blocks off of Dauphin Street. And we are so excited about our new store down there. It's going to be a really nice store for the community, not only the residents that live down there, but the working community that's down there. So it's going to be a place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as, we're going to be open, of course, 7 days a week, and a place where you can come get a drink. We're going to have brunch. We're going to have all sorts of things, and we are hiring, like you said. So if you're interested in putting in an application, greerscareers.com.
Yep, so keep that in mind, and you guys are hiring at a lot of their locations if you have one closer to where you live. So we added some, is this just cheddar shredded cheddar?
Yes, this is. So that, because this does have a lot of heat.
Yeah.
So this is almost 8 ounces of the buffalo cheddar. So I'm going to grate this up, and then I just added 4 ounces of a mild cheddar. And if you didn't want it as spicy, then go ahead and add 8 ounces.
Okay.
So the 4 ounces of cheddar is going to still give us a good bit of heat in this.
All right, so we're going to add that in, and when we come back with Joe Lucy, what are we going to have done, and what are we doing next?
Okay, I'm going to grate this up, and I'm going to add it into the bowl, and then we're going to add a little bit of sugar, some mayo, and our red peppers, and this will be ready to go.
Oh, I'm so excited to try this pimento cheese with Lucy Greer. Again, we'll have everything you need to know on fox10tv.com, also Greers.com and their app.
We are back to finish things up with Lucy Greer from Greer's Markets. Lucy, great to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So for the folks who are just tuning in, this is our final segment today. What have we done so far?
So far, we have been working on our buffalo pimento cheese. We're featuring this buffalo wing hot sauce cheddar today.
Nice.
We have a special on it all month long of June, and we have our roasted red peppers ready to go in. We have some mayo ready to go in, and we have some sugar. These are the finishing touches. And in here, we started out with 8 ounces of cream cheese, 4 ounces of just a mild cheddar, and now I grated up that buffalo cheddar. So I'm going to add this. And it's about 8 ounces. And I was mentioning this has a lot of heat. It's really spicy, but it has great flavor too. So it's not just hot. But if you are not, a huge fan of heat, if you still wanted the same flavor, you could just add more of the shredded cheddar. I did 4 ounces, but you would need to add 8.
I'm a big fan of the heat. I like a spicy thing, so this it sounded. I like it as spicy.
I like it as spicy.
So this sounds fantastic. So yeah, y'all were talking earlier about pimento cheese is something that you order. You get a pimento cheese sandwich, but a lot of times people don't actually make it. This is showing you how to make it today. That's
absolutely.
Very cool.
It's so easy, and I'm using this hot cheese today, but usually when I make it, I use pepper jack anyway. So I like it. I like a lot of sweet and spicy things. And I was telling Chelsea that I like to use roasted red peppers in mine instead of just jarred pimento. So you can either, that was a red bell pepper that I got out of produce and just roasted it on the stovetop and peeled it, but you can get a jar of roasted red peppers and it adds so much more flavor. So if you are a pimento cheese maker and you've never tried that, then try that and I promise you will be happy. So that's about a 1/4 cup of mayo. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of sugar and this is going to be ready to go. And Sarah was asking about the texture of pimento cheese. Sometimes it's a little bit more chunky and sometimes it's really, really smooth. So you just do it however you like to do it, and it's still going to taste great.
All right, so you're mixing that all up. We can see the finished product is right here. A reminder, the new Greer's location, downtown Mobile, grand opening June 24th. So exciting, and still looking for staff and employees and new hires to help you all out with that too.
Yes, we have a great team in place, but we still have room on the team for all positions, part-time and full-time. So if you're interested, go to greerscareers.com and you can see all the availability for all the stores, but that store in particular, and we'd love to have you join our team.
All right, sounds great. Can't wait to check that store out. Can't wait to check this pimento cheese out. Lucy, thank you so much.
Thank you.